Wow. I can't believe I didn't run for the entire week. That is incredibly unusual for me. I kind of know the reasons. And it's not out of laziness or anything like that, because it really is something that makes me feel better. And that's why wouldn't I want to do things that make me feel better? Why would I deprive myself of things that make me feel better? Just feel better. There's no reason. Isn't that what I'm supposed to do? Well, there aren't any supposed tos, but it would make sense to me. And of course, I don't need money to feel better. Um, I don't, it's just, there are some things, but I didn't run, but I will. I think I will today. I'm not sure how much, though. I haven't decided. Chinese checkers. Yeah, so one of the things that um, you hear people, I mean, all the time, and it's everybody. It's Democrats, Republicans, Independents, and there's a sphere of China. Uh, I think it's horribly unfounded, but let me explain why. The People's Republic of China. Listen to that. What that says. The People's Republic of China. This, it is assumed that the government in China, as far as I'm concerned, and as far as what I can understand, has a more of an a egalitarian type um, of concept, to the point where the people have to have certain things, or that the society at large, the republic of the people, need to needs to lift all of the people. So maybe nobody gets to have whipped cream and a cherry on top of their pie, but at least they have a pie. Well, there are definitely the forces that make the decisions. They're not even the political ones, if you stop and think about it. And I've been trying to make this point for some time now, and it falls a little on deaf ears. Not I don't know. It's hard to tell really, because there's not a lot of pushback, or even inquiry or anything like that. But um, the people that want to attack China or defend the United States from China are the people who don't want an egalitarian type of government. They don't want a government that serves the people. They don't. A CEO with Lockheed Martin, annual compensation, full package, that's health and other benefits and everything like that, is over $15 million a year. The CEO of Lockheed Martin. That's one company. That one company has about 150 or over 110,000 employees. If you go to a job 9 to 5 and you go there every day, you want a raise. Lockheed Martin is the leader in weapon manufacturing sales on the global market. And US companies represent almost 50% of the global market. And the closest is Russia, 20% behind. So, I mean, we leave people in the dust. But we leave them in the dust of what? In the dust of death. The dust of death. We are a death culture. Mass shootings shouldn't come as a surprise at all, period. And you can try to regulate as much as you want. And I'm not saying don't, but it's not going to mitigate the circumstances, which is we produce the weapons. If you look at when people compare the number of gun deaths to those that die in Japan or Finland or any other country, the main difference between us and those countries is not their political system, it's their economy. They don't fucking produce weapons. Now, there may be a part of their market that actually is a supplier in some form or another so that they're able to deliver goods and services that are deemed useful for the production of weapons of mass destruction and death and, you know, mayhem, havoc, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I mean, the people that don't want China's not going to invade anything. They don't want the politics of China. You know, right now, Chinese are beneficiaries of really nice, you know, public transportation systems, very good medical systems. The number of deaths, if COVID started in China, the number of deaths doesn't come anywhere near the United States. And the reasons being is because business people did not want to cut their profits and were willing to take the human resource loss. The people driving this crazy train over the cliff are all the rich people and all the sycophants behind them and all the deluded religious people who live within the system that rewards them. So it allows them to delude themselves and believe that they're being rewarded by some kind of divine force when actually all they're doing is living in a system that kills other people. And then they're trying to feel good about it by saying, please forgive me. Will you let me in? Oh my goodness gracious. Haven't we gotten ourselves into the biggest pickle we could have ever gotten ourselves into? My. Yeah. You know, it's funny that the title that I use, Chinese checkers, because Chinese checkers doesn't take a lot of thought. But we don't like thinking, and we're not trained to think. We're trained to feel. We're trained to think that feelings are more important than thoughts. They're not. They're important, but they're not more important. In fact, they're many times emotions can be counterproductive. I find myself whenever, for example, in the situation where I was approached by somebody who wanted to know why I was staring at them, and then the only reason I was staring at them was because they were staring at me. Um, Emotionally, you know, I was a bit irritated by that, and my response was, you know, it was authoritative. I'll say that. It was, what I said was, fucking mind your own business and get back in line. It was like I barked it like an order, and sure enough, he did it. And his emotions were fucking, ooh, I could see them flying out of his head while he was in line waiting to get to the register. And I could see it as he turned around and he waited until he got out that halfway out the door before he insulted me. But emotions, they control too many things. And I had a conversation with my oldest son last night, and it was a very big moment for us. It was a big breakthrough, and I was very happy that we had it. But he was carrying a very heavy emotional load, and he was blaming me for that emotional load, and that's okay. Person can blame me all they want, you know. 'Cause I said it's not my job to sort your shits. Your shits are your shits. Sort them out, you know. And that's basically means your feelings. That's what we shit, our feelings. That's all I'm going to do. I want to get my free coffee. I haven't done that yet. Wearing a little bit of a different shirt. It says Peru on it. This is a shirt that one of my friends gave me. He, interestingly, in Peru, he was the coach for baseball, for young kids that were baseball players, part of a league. And baseball is a very unique sport in Peru. Not it's sort of like baseball in Peru is like badminton in the United States. That's how popular it is. It's cost prohibitive. It has to be in a country like Peru. It has to be more of a group effort because the costs are prohibitive. It's not easy to have provide kids that might want to play with all the tools that they need in order to play the game effectively. Anyway, what was interesting about this was that he actually came up with some kids, and they were competing over in Orlando in the Wide World of Sports complex, Disney's Wide World of Sports complex, part of a tournament. And he was kind enough to bring this to me. Now, when he did give it to me, it didn't even fit me. I couldn't wear it. I was too fat. Obviously, that's not the case anymore, and I enjoy wearing it. And that's also why I enjoy running, because it keeps me from getting fat. And I don't like being fat. I just don't. If you think being fat is cool, hey, that's your thing. But for me, not a cool thing. Anyway, as I've always said, or I've been starting to say, remember, the past is an illusion. The present is confusion. There's a lot of lies. And the future is your decision. Have a good one. Stay safe.